Welcome back to K-HOTBUZZ, the home of the hottest Korean entertainment stories, exclusive buzz, and moments that make fans say, wait, what? If you're new here, make sure you settle in because today's story is one that has completely shaken fans, stunned insiders, and even left a military captain reportedly speechless. Yes, you read that right. This is the story fans never saw coming. Cha Eunwoo's hidden talent revealed in the military. Now, before we dive in, let me ask you something. When you hear the name Cha Eunwoo, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? Is it his unreal visuals that seem sculpted by the gods themselves? His calm, gentlemanly aura? His acting roles that make hearts flutter? Or his idol image as the perfect, almost too good to be true star who seems to excel at everything? Take a moment and think about it. Drop your answer in the comments as you read, because this story might completely change how you see him. For years, Cha Eunwoo has been labeled many things: face genius, visual king, nation's boyfriend, and the idol who looks like he stepped out of a webtoon. But there has always been a quiet debate among fans and critics alike. Some whispered, he's just lucky to be handsome. Others said, he works hard, but his looks overshadow his real abilities. And then there were those who believed that Cha Eunwoo was hiding something deeper, something the public had not fully discovered yet. Fast forward to his military enlistment. When news broke that Cha Eunwoo would be serving in the military, emotions ran high. Fans felt proud, emotional, anxious, and curious all at once. Many wondered how someone so polished, gentle, and refined would adapt to the strict, demanding environment of military life. Would he struggle? Would he quietly blend in? Or would he surprise everyone? No one, and I mean no one, expected what happened next. At first, everything seemed normal. Cha Eunwoo entered military service without special treatment, just like every other enlisted man. Those close to the situation described him as humble, respectful, and extremely quiet during the early days. He didn't boast about his celebrity status. He didn't seek attention. In fact, some recruits reportedly didn't even realize who he was at first. Imagine that for a second. One of the most recognizable faces in Korea, standing in uniform, keeping his head down, following orders, just another recruit among many. Doesn't that already tell you something about his character? But here's where things start to get interesting. As weeks passed, instructors and fellow soldiers began noticing something unusual. Cha Eunwoo wasn't just following orders. He was absorbing everything. Military drills, strategy explanations, physical training routines, leadership exercises, he learned them at an unusually fast pace. Not in a show-off way, not in a competitive way, just quietly, efficiently, almost effortlessly. One soldier allegedly joked, it's like he's been training for this his whole life. But the real turning point came during a training exercise that no one expected to become legendary. During a high-pressure situation that required quick thinking, coordination, and leadership, things reportedly started going wrong. Instructions were misunderstood, timing was off, and tension filled the air. This was the kind of moment where panic could easily spread, especially among new recruits. And then Cha Eunwoo spoke up. Not loudly, not aggressively, but calmly. Witnesses say he analyzed the situation within seconds, reorganized the team, reassigned roles clearly, and communicated in a way that instantly stabilized everyone. His voice was steady, his logic was sharp, his confidence was natural, not forced, and it worked. The exercise was completed successfully, smoother than anyone expected. When it ended, there was silence. The captain reportedly looked at Cha Eunwoo for a long moment and said something along the lines of, "Where did you learn to think like that?" That moment, according to insiders, was when everything changed. So what exactly was this hidden talent that left a captain speechless? It wasn't just physical strength. It wasn't just discipline. It wasn't even just intelligence. It was strategic leadership combined with emotional intelligence. Let that sink in. Cha Eunwoo demonstrated an ability to read situations, understand people, and lead without ego. In the military, where hierarchy and authority are everything, this kind of natural leadership is rare, especially from someone with no prior military experience. And this wasn't a one-time incident. Over time, similar stories began surfacing. Cha Eunwoo reportedly excelled in tasks that required planning, coordination, and decision-making under pressure. He helped struggling recruits without making them feel inferior. He listened more than he spoke. And when he did speak, people paid attention. Here's a question for you. Do you think true leadership is about giving orders or about earning trust? Many who served alongside him reportedly described him as someone who leads by example. He didn't cut corners. He didn't complain. He trained hard, endured the same hardships as everyone else, and never used his celebrity status as a shield. In fact, some say he deliberately worked harder just to avoid being seen as special. Now, let's pause here and reflect. In the entertainment industry, Cha Eunwoo is constantly under bright lights, cameras, scripts, and schedules. His life is carefully curated, and every move is scrutinized. But in the military, all of that disappears. There are no fans, no applause, no retakes. And yet, it was in this stripped-down environment that his true depth began to show. Another reported incident involved a recruit who was struggling mentally and physically. Training pressure, homesickness, and self-doubt had pushed the recruit to the edge. Instead of ignoring it or reporting it coldly, Cha Eunwoo reportedly spent time listening, offering quiet encouragement, and helping the recruit regain confidence. No cameras, no praise, just human connection. This left a strong impression on superiors, who began to see him not just as a capable soldier, but as someone with the potential to positively influence morale. One officer allegedly said, "He understands people. That's not something you can teach easily." So let me ask you again, does this change how you see Cha Eunwoo? For years, critics reduced him to his visuals. But the military, a place that doesn't care about fame or beauty, revealed something far more powerful: substance. And here's where the story gets even deeper. Some insiders suggest that Cha Eunwoo's background played a role in shaping this side of him. Known for being academically strong even before debut, he reportedly has a habit of observing quietly, analyzing situations, and preparing thoroughly before acting. In the entertainment world, this may not always stand out, but in the military, where mistakes have real consequences, it shines. Think about it. How many idols do we know who can transition from stage performances to military drills and still stand out? Not for fame, but for competence. This revelation has sparked intense discussion online. Fans are revisiting old interviews, old variety show clips, and old behind-the-scenes moments. Suddenly, things make more sense. His calm demeanor, his thoughtful answers, his ability to stay composed under pressure. Was he always this way, and we just didn't notice? Now here's something interesting for you to interact with. As you're reading this, ask yourself, do you think the military changes people, or does it simply reveal who they already are? If Cha Eunwoo hadn't enlisted yet, would fans ever have discovered this side of him? Do visuals sometimes become a curse rather than a blessing? Drop your thoughts in the comments. K-HOTBUZZ wants to hear your take. What makes this story even more powerful is the contrast. On screen, Cha Eunwoo often plays gentle, romantic, sometimes even fragile characters. In the military, he displayed resilience, clarity, and leadership, a completely different image, yet somehow perfectly aligned with who he is. And let's be honest, there's something incredibly compelling about that. As word of his performance quietly spread, fans began expressing newfound respect. Not just admiration, respect. The kind that goes beyond looks, beyond fame, beyond fandom. Some fans even said, "I was proud of him before. Now I'm inspired." That's a big statement. So what does this mean for Cha Eunwoo's future? When he eventually returns to the entertainment industry, many believe this experience will add depth to his acting, maturity to his public image, and strength to his presence. Roles that require authority, intelligence, and emotional control may suddenly feel more authentic. And for fans, the bond feels stronger than ever. Because now, they don't just support a star, they support a man who proved himself where it truly matters. Before we wrap up, let me leave you with one final thought. In a world obsessed with appearances, Cha Eunwoo's military story reminds us that real talent doesn't always shout. Sometimes it whispers, until the right moment forces everyone to listen. And when that moment comes, even a captain can be left speechless. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to K-HOTBUZZ for more exclusive stories, hidden truths, and buzzworthy revelations from the world of Korean entertainment. Now tell me, did this story change your view of Cha Eunwoo? Or did you always believe there was more beneath the surface? Let's talk in the comments.